Hey guys, today's November 25th. It's actually Thanksgiving, so happy Thanksgiving to all of you guys out there. We're gonna do the other Squarebody project now. Back to the Squarebody project. So, a little bit's changed since I kind of did the update and whatever part this even is. I don't even know what part this is. So, it's been a long running series, that's for sure. So, long story short, well, we already pretty much worked on some of it. But we ended up taking the covers off. And those of you guys that want to buy square bodies from anyone, be sure to take the cover off the rear end and the front end for the four-wheel drive. If it don't even matter if it's four-wheel drive or not, but yeah, I really don't know. I don't have a two-wheel drive, so I couldn't tell you. But at least take the plates off and see. Make sure that the gear ratio is at least close enough or close to right. So, because that's where I kind of got fucked because good thing I bought the other truck because this kind of being a parts truck for everything. Because I got to take the wiring out of it. We had to take the rear end out of it already, but this ain't the one out of it. I take the front end out of it. It's over there. So we kind of just put the gears together in this one. Still waiting on some parts, and we could have the rear end back together. Cabs primered, hood's done. The fenders are done. They're ready. Everything's ready to go to paint, really. Except the bed. I'm not painting the bed because it's in too shitty much of a shape. So the only other thing I have left to do is do the bushing for up there. I don't know if that side needs a bushing or not. That side's new. The only other thing besides bushings, I have to do the bolts yet. They're sitting right there on the floor. What else? So that's got to go in here. I got to get the U-bolts tomorrow. What else tomorrow? I got to get all the parts for the rear end tomorrow. I got to get the bolts for the sway bar. At some point, I got to go get new engine mounts because that one there is like all screwed up. So all the brake lines are ran. We did those the other night. All the brake lines are done. The fuel lines are the only thing that's not done yet to make it run really in the engine. But I'm gonna send that training's gonna get booked up tomorrow too. You guys are wondering. I think that's what the heck is. I don't remember what it is. I think it's a 1100 or 4 or something. I don't know. I don't remember. It's in one of my videos. I don't remember. So this rear end got to go out, or the front end of this got to go out, and that one put in. So the gear ratio is the same, or pretty close to the same. But for those of you guys that don't know if your engine mounts are bad, and you have your truck already tore apart with the engine out, if it moves like that, that's not a good thing. No, this one here is not. This one don't move, and that one is perfectly fine. But I'm going to get two brand new ones so I have them and just change them while the engine's already out. So once that tranny comes back, I'm hoping it's like about a couple weeks, I hope. So the gearbox is on. New steering column's in because I didn't have the key for the other one. In order to change the ignition switch, it's a pain in the rear end. You need two tools in order to do it. So I had one, but I just didn't have the other tool. Or else I was just going to put a new ignition switch in. So long story short, I just had like two steering columns that were here, which worked out perfectly. So as I said, the other truck's becoming a parts truck because a lot of the parts are getting mixed into this one. So this one's like half custom deluxe and half Silverado. So but all the brakes are done for the back. They're pretty much done. You just gotta put the axles in. I gotta get the axle seal. What else? The seal that goes on the oak on the thing for the dry shaft. I gotta get universals for the back dry shaft. I have the universals for the front, I think. But this is a column out of the Silverado, the other truck, and the fuel line's there. I got a tack now. It's kind of just sitting there because the wires are on the floor. So I just gotta I gotta bolt the seat down too at some point, but I gotta take it out and fix the seat belts and everything like that. So it's not done yet. So, but But everything inside's pretty much done. I don't know what I'm gonna do with the floor. I don't know if I'm gonna just leave it metal or I'm just gonna do carpet. Probably just gonna put carpet in, but I don't know yet. I got this shit from Walmart like a while ago, but I hate it because like all the dirt sticks to it. You can run the shop vac on this shit as hard as you can and it still won't take it out. You can have like a 20-gallon shop vac and it still won't come out, so. That's the only thing I hate about that carpet, but I gotta put the cup holder in too. That's the only other thing left. I gotta get a heater, the heater blower, and the little out perimeter thing for the heater. I gotta find it. It's lying here somewhere. I don't remember where I put it. It's laying in this mess of shit somewhere, so. But on that note, all the body work's done. It's ready for the paint, really. There's a couple places that could use a little more body work, but everything on the truck is pretty much done. It just needs painted. The rest of the mechanics done to it, like the fuel lines need ran, the dry shaft needs put in, the other tranny needs put in once it's done. The transfer case needs to be switched over. The engine needs to be thrown in. I mean, there's still a bunch of stuff to do, but it's very little stuff. But the engine's going to be like the biggest. The engine and trailer are going to be the biggest thing because I got to run an exhaust too. I got headers. They're somewhere. I think they're in my shed, I think, with all the other Squarebody crap. So, what else? So that's pretty much it for this Squarebody project update, or Squarebody project, whatever I'm going to title the video as. So, I still haven't found a short bed yet, so I'm just going to use that one until I have one. But I've been thinking about putting a dual tank on. I think I might get a dual tank and put dual tanks on this, because that's what someone originally had dual tanks on it at some point. I don't know why anyone would took it off, but they did, so. What else was I gonna say? I think everything else is done. New shocks are put on. New shocks on the front that were already on it previously, so. All the shocks are on, they're bolted on. The only left to do is all the leaf spring bolts, the leaf spring bushings, put the axle in, put the rear end back together, then put the front end in. And that's really all we can do till we get the engine and tranny, or till we get the engine and tranny in, and then, I guess we could run the fuel lines too. All the brake lines are done. Everything's done, so I'd say that's it for this one. I'll catch you guys on the next one.